I'm going to talk about choosing a Tibetan singing bowl. They're sometimes called Himalayan singing bowls. At level 1 foundation level, you only need one bowl. Ideally, you want a medium-sized bowl. By that I mean 6.5, 7, maybe 8 inches across. And typically, if I pick up an example, this is a bowl which is about 7 inches across the top, and this one is note G. Now these bowls have sufficient weight that you can put them on your client and they'll feel the vibration. They'll also have a reasonably deep resonant tone. Generally, these are going to be in the 3rd octave. Now moving on to diploma level, you're going to need at least 3 bowls. Now some people like to build up a whole collection, and as you can see, that's what I've done here. There's something wonderful about having a huge collection of bowls, but all you need is 3 bowls. It is important that you have bowls that can create intervals that are harmonious and dissonant. So as long as you've got one bowl that creates a harmony with one bowl and another bowl that can create dissonance, that's all you need. Now it is possible to do this with bowls in 1 octave, and you could say, well, that's the ideal, but you'll have one bowl that's going to be a medium or slightly larger bowl from your 1st level. If you want to have another 2 bowls of that size, that's brilliant, but of course they are quite expensive. So some people then will have a larger bowl here and then 2 smaller bowls that will go with it. And I will show how you can make the intervals with bowls of 1 octave or across 2. So for example, in your level 1, perhaps you've got a G bowl, like the one I was playing earlier. Now if you wanted to make an interval that's harmonious, a perfect 5th is the most harmonious interval. So you would want a C that's in the same octave. So here we have the C bowl. Now the C bowls do tend to be quite large in the 3rd octave. They're always the largest ones. Sometimes these are 9 inches, perhaps even 10 inches across. But if I tap the C and then the G, you'll hear the beautiful interval. So if you have a C and a G, you've got this wonderful harmonious interval, but you also need the ability to create a dissonant interval, a sound that's really good for releasing. It's a sound that, it doesn't sound bad, but it's kind of less easy on the ear. And an easy one to do is to choose a bowl that is next to either the G or the C, because a bowl that's very close in note will sound dissonant. Here we have the F. So the F and the G are a 2nd, they're very close, so that is going to be a dissonant sound. So I'll play those 2 now. And once you have 3 bowls, you will have the ability to make another interval as well, because of course I can play the C and the F together. Now the C and the F, those 2 make the interval of a 4th, and that's another harmonizing interval. Maybe not quite as harmonizing as the fifth, but it comes close to it. So I'll play those two now. Now you may have some smaller bowls to go with your medium-sized bowl, and you can still make intervals that go actually across an octave. So for example, I can pick a bowl, I could pick any bowl here that's a third octave bowl, and I could also pick two that are in the fourth octave. That's a higher sound, smaller bowl, much more lower cost, which is a bit of an advantage. So here I have note B. This note here is a G, so it's a B3 and a G4. Now these two notes together will make an interval, and I also have here a bowl that's an F sharp. So I can just show how I can make the intervals with those. So if I was to play this bowl, which is the B3, and this bowl, which when tapped is the F sharp, that creates a harmonious interval. And if I take this F sharp bowl and I play it against the G bowl, which is a G4, so the same octave, this is dissonant. In fact, if you have something that is sharp and you have the next note to it, it's going to be very, very dissonant because the notes are really, really close. You can really hear the dissonance in that. You can hear a kind of a wah-wah effect that's created when notes are very, very close. So that makes a really brilliant set of three that can create both harmony and dissonance.